Here guys, so this is going to be a review of 200 Degrees Coffee. Well, sort of a review. It's reviewing one of their coffees because obviously I can't buy all their coffees because I'll be high on caffeine and I'd probably just, yeah, it wouldn't be a fun time. So I got a mocha and also got their espresso brownie. So basically, with the coffee, I'm going to compare it to other mochas from other places which I've had mochas from. So first off, this place, they've got one in Nottingham, and I believe they do have one in South Normanton at the designer outlet, but now they've got one in Derby in the city centre, and it opened today. If you were the first 50 customers, then you would get a free goodie bag, but I had a part run this morning, so yeah, I didn't head down there to be the first 50, to be one of the 50th, one of the groups of 50 to get a gift bag. So first off, it's one of those shops where it looks quite small from the outside. So if you've seen Muffin Break in Derby, you'll know that it looks kind of small, but if you follow it around, there's actually more seating area. That's what sort of the seating area is a bit like that. Now, they do table service, which I feel it would get a little bit confusing to remember people's faces and who ordered who. I would not do a great job to me working at that job because I don't remember people's faces, and yeah. So so there's that. So they do table service. I think they do that just to stop people from kind of like standing around, because even though it is quite big, there's not necessarily any room to just stand there. It's all filled with like tables. So I took a takeout of a mocha. So they don't offer any cream on the mocha, which I'm not too bothered, but I'll get into that, later on comparing to other mochas. And I was a takeaway. Now, the thing is, the one gripe I have with this is there's a reason why coffee shops put the lids on. So on a takeout cup, at this place you have to put it on yourself, which is really weird, because it's kind of unhygienic, because they've got them at the side and other people could have touched more than one and grabbed quite a few, and then when they only needed one, I don't know what the public's done with their hands. I think since the whole COVID thing, I kind of slightly blame my mum for this. It's kind of got me a little bit more aware of germs, and there's a reason why coffee shops put the lids on. I know people say staff are, how do you know staff are hygienic? But you expect them to be anyway. It's just more off-putting when you realise like anyone can just grab it. So I actually walked out without the lid. I was like, I'm not doing this because it's unhygienic. Luckily, my bus was early anyway, so I managed to drink it all before the bus decides to obviously drive away to the next bus stop. So there's that. Another thing I want to point out as well, this place which I really like, is if you order any kind of food or sweet treats, they ask you if you've got any allergies, which I think is because of the Natasha's Law. This is the first coffee shop that's actually asked me this, but I think the way they did it was a lot better because the bags they put in, it's like every coffee shop. Because what's meant, a quick summary of Natasha's Law, everything you buy food wise is supposed to have ingredients on it. I know Popeyes, it's only the sides. I'm going to question that when we start doing delivery because, because obviously working at KFC, everything had them apart from the buckets, because the buckets you could have a mix like of the different size. Either way apart from the buckets, everything had the ingredients on, so that is a bit questionable with Popeyes, but I can understand why these guys are doing it, just to double check. And I think all coffee shops should do it, thinking about it. I mean, it was the whole Pret situation that caused this poor woman to die. Anyway, off the topic. So the actual mocha, I'm not gonna lie, it tastes really, really nice. It's like the best mocha I've had. It's really creamy and just it stirred really well. It stirred together really well, if that makes any sense. Because sometimes you have a mocha and you get near the end and you get that heavy taste of cocoa because it's not been like stirred well enough. This, you don't get that. It's just beautiful all the way from start to finish. Even though they don't have the cream, you don't necessarily need a squirty cream anyway. I tend to go to Starbucks for mochas just because of the cream. And then with the Costa mocha, I don't usually have cream because got a feeling their cream doesn't have milk in it, and because it tastes different, it tastes like it doesn't have milk in it. So I tend to not have the cream when I have a mocha at Costa. Let's just turn that off. I don't know if you heard that, was my phone vibrating, but anyway, but yeah, it just stands out. Also, muffin break, I definitely prefer. Again, muffin break. It's like Muffin Break and Greg's. I discovered Muffin Break recently. I was like, their coffee is actually really nice. And then Greg's as well, which quite a lot of people don't actually like Greg's, which I don't know. I really like their coffee, but now this place, and it's quite affordable as well. So even with the mocha and the sweet treat, it all costs just £7. I will say they only have one size. That's the only thing. I'm not sure if they do like shots, extra shots in the drink. I'm not 100% sure. I said I've only been in there today. When it comes to the espresso brownie, oh my god, it was so nice. Like, it was really nice. It's really chocolatey, and you can taste the espresso. So if you don't like coffee, well, I just realised what I said. If you don't, mind you, they do milkshakes as well. I was like, if you don't like coffee, then, and I thought, I was going to say, if you don't like coffee, then don't get the brownies. But then I was like, it's a coffee shop. But I think they do tea as well. I'm not a fan of tea. I was just there for the coffee. But overall, if you want to try it, I definitely recommend, if you like mochas, I definitely recommend you try the mocha. As I said, the only issue I have is the fact that you have to put the lids on. I think is a bit unhygienic. Just because the human population is unhygienic. But other than that, I do definitely recommend you give it a go. If you download the app, you get a free drink. So I think my next one I'm going to try is a cappuccino and a latte, because they tend to be the coffees I go for when I finish the gym and I want a coffee. I tend to go for those ones. And mochas I tend to go for when it's just a chill out day and I just want some coffee. Don't ask the logic, because I don't know what the logic behind having a latte and a cappuccino after the gym and then having just a mocha on any other day. I don't know the logic in that. But yeah, that's it for this review. So bye guys.